Let's take a look at Foxtail Meadows, hole 8, perhaps the most difficult hole on the course. But I do think there's a relatively safe birdie play, and then there's a riskier eagle approach. And of course, everybody's going to want to try for eagle, probably. That's my guess. So we'll take a look at that first. So for the eagle, I really like the glide skip paradigm. Middle chevron just to the left of that tree. About a half a disc worth of anhyzer. And then with any luck, we'll hit this double Mando gap. And depending on the skip you get, you could still have a pretty long look for eagle, but here it's not too bad at all, 110 feet away. And this is probably level, so I'm going to throw this 110. See if we can drop this in. And we did. So that is the eagle play. And of course, you're going to have to adjust your release angle depending on the wind. And that's just going to take a lot of grinding on this. Now, for what I think is a kind of safe birdie play, and this took me a while to figure out, but and it seems weird, but accurate windbreak fuse off the tee, and it seems like it's way too little of a disc even for a layup play, but it'll get, depending on the wind, almost down to this water here, which is about 400 feet. And you can see that stops safely 390 feet away. And then from here, depending on the wind, but I kind of like the glide skip. It's a little risky because it can be too long, but if I'm playing for birdie, I don't want to leave a really long third shot. So come over here, and then a little bit of hyzer to it, probably. Something like this. We don't want too much hyzer because I don't want to flirt with that water. So let's try that. And then hope for a good skip. Don't hit that tree. That's pretty good. All right, so that gave me a pretty good makeable shot for the birdie. 73. He's playing downhill a little bit, so we'll take a little off. And that is, I think, a fairly safe, repeatable birdie play. So now I should mention there is a drop zone. It doesn't show up when you first start. It's kind of weird. Top left, that little map, it needs some work. But if you do find yourself OB, and something like the glide skip ride will definitely go OB. We'll drop it in the water here. Well, it's going to make water eventually. Hit move to lie. There's the drop zone. And from this drop zone, I always like to talk about them. I like to practice them. If you bag it, the Acroglide Warship on a forehand, it's a very nice disc for this drop zone. You're not going to probably sink it, but you'll make it to the island, usually very safely. It's going to sit down. And so we're able to at least salvage the par there. All right, so that is a look at Foxtail Meadows, hole 8. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Till next time, we'll see you around the valley.